Your Excellency, I also take this moment to congratulate and commend the entire group of officer cadets for successfully completing this rigorous training. Indeed, if we maintain this level of commitment in our professional military education, then our people, the people of Uganda, will be safer and more secure. Your Excellency and distinguished guests, the country is currently in the midst of a general election with presidential, parliamentary, and local government campaigns well underway. The political campaigns have so far proceeded smoothly, and we commend not only the security forces who are working around the clock to ensure we have a peaceful electoral process, but also the wananchi who are thus far abiding by the independent electoral commissions and Uganda police guidelines. However, we must warn any candidate, presidential or otherwise, who continuously flout the Electoral Commission's guidelines and try to provoke security forces that we shall not stand for it. This indiscipline must stop. The security of the country will not be compromised merely because a particular candidate is campaigning. It doesn't work like that. Your Excellency, in the early morning hours of Saturday, November 1st, 2025, confused elements in Kasese and Bundibujo tried to attack different positions of the security forces. They also tried to attack Canon Apollo Core Teachers Training College in Fort Portal. They were mainly armed with machetes and were promptly repulsed by the UPDF and Uganda police forces. In total, 42 of the attackers were put out of action and 77 were captured. We thank the wananchi in Kasese, Bundibujo, and Fort Portal for rallying to our side and strongly supporting our actions to defeat these criminals. Preliminary findings reveal that these attackers were mobilized by disgruntled elements that were former officials of the traditional institution there. Most of the attackers were actually older members of these communities, which means the youth who are more educated avoided that confusion. We encourage them to maintain that spirit. All those who were captured will be arraigned before the courts to face the law. Your Excellency and distinguished guests, the recent security events in the western part of the country is yet another reminder that we must never be found wanting or lower our guard in any way simply because the horizon seems clear. As the ancient Romans used to say, those who desire peace must prepare for war. For that reason, the security forces are instructed to always maintain constant vigilance and operational readiness. This is how a lot of people were saved on Saturday. Otherwise, it would have been quite a different outcome.
And I'm glad that part of your training, you went along the Salim Saleh trek, where you covered 170. That is in memory of the operation against Masindi barracks, which took place on the 20th of February, 1985, where Saleh walked from Kanyara. Kanyara is inside there, all the way to Masindi and was able to attack that barracks by surprise and successfully. crossing the River Mayanja, crossing the River Kafu, carrying all the support weapons. That sort of determination is what you are inheriting. You are joining that heritage. In particular, I would like to share with African brothers the fact that Africans have capacity to manage their own affairs. It has been a pity that these African countries have been depending on Europeans building their armies. And it seems these people don't give them all the knowledge they need. Baba kweka magezi. Wanawaficha akili. That's how Africa is in chaos. I want to congratulate CDF and UPDF, how recently they crushed those criminals who showed up in Kasese. And what is very interesting are small detachments which were alone, scattered. A small group of about 12 people I was briefed, of detachments, able to stand and defeat this big group which had come to attack them by surprise. But that comes from confidence in training and knowing the capability of your weapons. I'm therefore happy with the progress in UPDF. You are moving very well because we keep on passing out new groups. The roads, after the war, we have been trying to open up the rural triangle with the roads. That's how we tarmacked the road from Mitiana to Mbende to Fort Portal, because that is part of this rural triangle. And we tarmacked Busunju, Chiboga, Hoima, and we tarmacked Matugasemu to Kapeka. We have now started on Ruero Butarangwa. So I would ask, that is all part of the Royal Triangle. Then we did Gayaza, Zirobwe, and on the other side we did Kafu Masindi. But now we are remaining with Butarangwa, Ngoma, Priamshenyi, Masindi. We are going to do it. Nakasongara, I will give you the details of the water for this area. Because I know there is a plan to get water from Lake Choga, and this area is easy to deal with because it is flat. Get water from Lake Choga, pump it to a high level, like those in Nakasongara Hills. Actually, God has done most of the engineering. You don't have to do much, because he has put hills and then the rest is flat. So if you pump water from Lake Choga to one of the high hills, it can go by gravity to so many places. We have already done it in a number of areas. I was telling the commanders, Kachung Water Works for Rira is 21 miles. The electricity is already here. The commanders told me the only problem is to tap off to the homes and the trading centers. So when I come back here, I will have more information about that. I wish success to the new graduates, and I wish happiness and prosperity to the wananchi of this area. Thank you very much.
And right behind ICF and the joint staff PC, you're very much welcome. Najuma, you are so welcome. And very important also here,